Hey everybody, welcome to Sister Session, our new podcast. My name's Lily and this is Kendra and we are sisters.
I'm the older sister and she is the younger sister.
Even though you do not always act like the older sister, but that's okay.
I thought we were going to be nice.
I'm being nice.
Okay, well,
that's nice.
Yeah, I guess. Anyways, we're 7 years apart, so I think the fact that we're doing this podcast is just so fun. Like, we've come a long way.
Yeah, we have come a long way. Yeah, we're 7 years apart, but it really doesn't feel like we're 7 years apart, I will say.
I think now that we're older.
True. Like, obviously, when you were in high school and I was, like, in elementary school, yeah, it felt like
two different worlds.
Two different worlds, so we felt like we were 7 years apart, but, like, as we got older, and it's true because as we have gotten older, we've gotten even closer.
Yes.
Like, we really started getting close, obviously, when we were, like, when I was, like, 12, 13.
I was 20.
You were 20.
I just got home from my mission.
You just got home from your mission.
And I will say, you might not like me telling this story, but
what?
when I got home from my mission, you were, like, crying a little bit at the airport.
I don't remember that.
No, you had tears in your eyes.
I remember crying when you left, but I don't remember crying when you came home.
And you were, like, just so big, too. Like, you were so tall. And you, like, had grown up a lot.
Well, to be fair, I think the reason why I was crying is you did have a brain tumor. And, like, no one kind of knew if you were, like, gonna live or not. So
yeah, that's true. It was kind of an emotional
That's
experience.
a good point to, like, think about.
But I was like, aw, she likes me. Like, we're sisters. And I've missed her. It's been over a year.
Well, and also I feel like I was, like, more fun at that point. Like, I was getting into, like, hair and makeup and, like, had, like, social media and stuff, so it was like more
loved Stranger Things. I remember I had like hadn't seen the new season of Stranger Things.
I was obsessed. We don't have to get into the details.
And she was like obsessed and talking about how hot they were, and I was like,
I don't know if hot was the right
no
word.
I have a video of being like, they're hot, and
okay.
No, I do.
Okay.
And I was like, they're literally 12. And you're like, no, they're not. They're 15. I have this video. I will show it because you're like, no, they're not. Noah Grayson is 15 years old.
One thing about me, I've always been a fangirl and I always will.
Yeah.
I will always have my celebrity obsessions and that's okay.
And I loved that. I was like, oh, I can start partying with her. Like, she's...
Partying? I don't know.
Like,
yeah.
have fun. So.
Well, and then we got pretty close when we moved to Texas because I didn't have any friends. You didn't have any friends. So we just hung out.
Friends, just not in the area.
Well, in Texas, like, we had just moved. I was going into high school. So I didn't know anybody. Kendra moved out with her family, too, and she was in college. So she didn't know anybody. We moved from Alaska, and that's okay. But we became really close then, and we would do our synchronized swimming routines in our pool.
And our dad has, like, a nickname for us. Should I say it?
Butt sniffers.
Butt sniffers. He'd be like, you butt sniffers. Which, it just means, like, we're goofing around. We're being silly.
We're butt sniffing. And then there was COVID. We were really close during COVID. Mm-hmm. Kendra quarantined with our family. Like, she came home from college. And for our sanity, we would go on drives, like, every other day. And because our parents were pretty strict about us not being able to, like, see people, even though we would still, like, go pick up our friends and go to Crumbl Cookie and Sonic. Mm-hmm. But it was okay. It was, like, one or two people.
Yeah, it wasn't, like, anything crazy. And then they got, like, more or less strict. Like, we could only see certain people, but...
Yeah, and they could come over to our house. But that was a really fun time. Also, just, like, for our family in general.
Yeah, we always, like, planned an activity every day.
Yeah, we did, like, Zoom with our family. And then we also...
did family dinners. We did, like, cook-offs.
A dinner cook-off. We did, like... We just did all
We watched a lot of movies.
Yeah.
We did a lot of pool days. One time you and I made a fort. That was really fun. But we also... Yeah. I will remember we were like, let's do toddlers and tiara makeup and hair.
Oh, I don't remember that.
I do. And then you pissed me off because you're like... You don't have taste in music. You just like what mom and dad like. And you were just being a little brat about it. And I was like, goodbye.
What does that have to do with toddler and tiaras
because you
makeup?
were doing it as you were doing my toddlers and tiara makeup. And I was like, I will not say. I was just, like, annoyed. And I was like, goodbye. I walked away.
That's funny. I don't remember that. And then I moved out to Utah for college. And we became really close then, too. Like, even closer. Yeah. Like, this was, like, our progression of us, like, becoming, like...
Because people always ask, they're like, how are you guys so close? Because you're 7 years
apart. That's it doesn't make sense. And so... And then, yeah, so I moved out to Utah. And I really think the only reason why I hung out with you so much was because you got Tilly.
When I was living down in Provo, you were up in Salt Lake.
Yeah, because you got Tilly, and then also I refused to do my laundry at my dorm. So every Thursday evening after class, I would drive down to Provo, and I would like spend the evening with her. I spend the night because Fridays I didn't have class, and then I would hang out with you, do my laundry, and then I would drive back up Friday afternoon and hit up all the frat parties.
And then I would stay home.
Yeah. Correct. Yeah.
Now I live up here in Salt Lake, and so we're close.
So now we're like, we see each other like 2 to 3 times a week.
Yeah. One is like on the light side.
Yeah, like one, we always see each other once a week. And then like normally it's 2. Sometimes we're pushing 3.
This week I think we'll be pushing more now that we're starting the podcast.
Yes, now that we're starting this, I'm sure we'll be seeing each other like every other day.
Pray for us.
And that's okay.
That's okay. We also FaceTime a lot too.
Yeah, we FaceTime a lot. And it's become less because
we see each other more now.
But like Kendra will FaceTime me a lot just to literally talk. Like
yeah,
she'll
I live by myself.
I know, but like you'll call me and like sometimes I won't answer and I won't call you back because I know it's never an emergency. Like it's literally just you being like, oh, like, you know, Tilly had kind of a hard day. Like I went into work and, you know, she just sat out the window and looked out the window all day and watched the butterflies. And, you know, I watched her on the camera and it was fine. And, well, also, like, Tilly, you know, she's not really eating. And it's just all about Tilly.
She's so cute. Like, you know, I think you'd be sad if you didn't get updates about Tilly.
No, because I see her enough.
She's a sweet girl.
Just so you guys know, Tilly will be always on the pod. Like she'll have to sit with us because that's just who she is. And she's a little bit of a schizophrenic, as I like to say.
That's really not nice.
She's just like,
I think there's a better word you could be using.
Okay, well, that's okay. She like is really sensitive to shadows and lights and is always watching them. Like, as you can see, she's like looking out the window right now if you're watching.
She saw a car go by. She's curious.
So if you do see Tilly like climbing up the walls, just know that it's a normal thing that she does.
Let her do her thing, okay? Yeah. Heaven forbid she's curious.
Yeah, she's a very curious dog, and
she's very sweet though. She wants to be a part of things. She's very like, she wants to sit here with me. She would not be able to like go sit out on the couch.
Oh no, if we close the door to this room, she would lose it.
And I think now that I work all day too, it's like when I'm home, she's like, you've been gone for 6 hours. I need to be with you. And so we went to the dog park today. We had a good time.
Yeah.
She does this really funny thing. Okay, we'll have a Tilly segment and then we'll move on. I went to the dog park and she is just funny because she's so attached to me, but she's very social. She likes to meet other dogs, other people, but she always runs back to me. It's like she'll go sniff a dog's butt, come and report back to me and be like, I sniffed a dog's butt. Just want to make sure you're still here. Okay, goodbye. Go back.
Oh, Tilly, what would we do without you?
She's fun. She's a fun girl.
Okay, should we move on to White Lotus?
Yes, we should.
Let's White Lotus recap. If you haven't listened to or watched the new latest episode, season finale of White Lotus, just like skip on over. How do we feel?
It was a good. I think this was my favorite.
I think it was my favorite season.
It's my favorite season. I think the characters are a little bit more likable and had a better arc. They had a better arc.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I think the character development and the character story was so much better this season. You got to see so much more from them. Yes. And I feel like everybody got really attached to the characters because in past seasons, I'm like, they're just okay to me. I don't really care. And I think this shows because so many people are like, what's happening with the rat lifts? Like when they get back, like it's because people really do love the characters. Who was your favorite like character group of the season? It's hard because like I obviously want to say like Rick and Chelsea because if you didn't know, they died.
I really hate that for her. I
do, but like I love Chelsea.
I love Chelsea, but I don't like Rick. I love Walton Goggins.
Yes,
he's great. I think that he doesn't deserve Chelsea, and like,
I agree.
And maybe he's just, I don't know. Like I just didn't like them. I love her. She had such great facial expressions. It was funny. The actress was talking about how she's very anti-Botox because she's like, I have to rely on my facial expressions, and I was like, yes, I love that.
Yeah, I think though my favorite characters Oh, it's hard.
It's hard. I'd have to say probably the Ratliff family.
I think so too. But also yes, Parker Posey truly did amazing. But also so did, I'm blanking on his name.
Patrick?
The guy that played Timothy, the dad.
Oh, Isaac something.
Isaac, yeah.
You know who he plays?
Yes, Draco Malfoy's dad in
Lucius Malfoy.
Yeah, so I think like both the mom and the dad of the Ratliff family did really well. Didn't care too much for the siblings just because I also kind of hated their storylines.
I liked Saxton's though. I like how he had this character growth.
That is true. And
I
do
think
agree with that.
The juxtaposition of it is that like I feel like kind of
he was like a horrible person at the beginning and then became a great person at the end, whereas like
Piper kind of it's Piper
changed. Yeah, it's like interesting the character development of the kids, I will say.
You know who had the worst character development though?
Who?
Belinda.
Okay, I want to speak about this because you're very opinionated about the fact that Belinda did to poor child, whatever his name is, to what Tanya did to her. But I disagree. She did not owe him anything. Yeah. She got her money, which I am kind of mad that she did that. Like personally, I think if someone offered me that money, I would not have accepted it because like imagine that karma. Like she's gonna get bad karma. Anyways, she accepted her money. She needs to get away from this shady guy. So she's gonna flee. She did not owe him anything. I think also let a girl get dick down, get her money and leave. There's nothing wrong with that.
I don't know. Also her son sucks.
He was annoying. Did you see the theory?
Yes.
That him and Piper.
No, it's not a theory. It was
confirmed by Mike White that him and Piper hooked up. I told my coworker that and she was shocked.
And they just had to cut it because it was too much. I was like, no, I think I love that.
Well, okay, and so I was talking about this. Like, there was so much detail and character development of the season, more than past seasons. I really liked it. But there was so much that got cut from the TV show. And, like, let's bring back 20 to 24 episode seasons.
Yes.
Why are we only doing 8 to 10 episodes? It's the same thing for Yellow Jackets. Yellow Jackets could be so good and have the best storyline and character development because there's so much detail in that show too, because you're going from 25 years later.
24. You know that show that it was literally every episode was an hour long and it was a 24.
Like there's nothing wrong with the hour long.
And it was like the exact time. Like it was the exact time of, so it was like hour this to this and it was in real time and the whole season was each hour of that day.
Well, it's just like there's nothing wrong with hour-long episodes, but let's make seasons longer. Like, I think shows would be so much better. And that's the issue with streaming platforms. I hate it. Like, White Lotus could be... Like, White Lotus are already amazing. But imagine the step up that they could have if...
I don't know. I think people would lose interest, though. I really do.
I don't know.
We have such a short
attention span. Yeah.
It makes it more... exciting.
I just like miss like long seasons,
and
but
I don't
also
think actors would be into it either.
That is true because also if you think about it, like they took 7 months to film White Lotus,
and also they're getting higher quality. It's not they're getting like movie actors to be in these TV shows, and more like movie actors are doing TV because it's higher quality, but it's like a lower number of episodes. That's why. Okay,
last thing, White Lotus related. Where do you think? Or where do you want next season to be? Mine is either the Swiss Alps or somewhere in Mexico, like Cabo.
I want Aspen.
Aspen is a good one. A winter. I want a winter.
I think a winter.
I think also another good one would be Ibiza. Ooh. That would be crazy.
That would be. But I think it just needs a winter. I
agree. I
need something different. I don't need to be tropical. And I think it's just as chic. And I think
I agree.
The thing is that like in the Swiss Alps or Aspen, I think it could get crazier.
Oh yeah,
because those people are rich.
Like I just know like an après ski vibe would be so good for White Lotus. So I'm crossing my fingers. I'm also hoping it only takes them like
a year
and a half. Like let's hurry up. Yeah. Okay. Well, speaking on Sunday nights, I need to bring up Connor Wood being Sally at the role model concert. Let me just speak.
Okay, because I have thoughts.
All I have to say is 2 bad bitches at the same damn time. I could not believe my eyes when first thing I saw Monday morning was Connor Wood's story of him as Sally. I am so jealous.
It's just like itched a part of my brain that needed
Oh
to
my
be
God.
itched.
He thought and we know him personally because we did meet him and we did have personal interactions with him.
Yes, we
saw him when he came to do stand-up here in Salt Lake,
and
he talked to both of us when he was on stage, and then we met him afterwards, took a picture, he gave us both hugs. It was amazing. So we know Connor very well. And I just know, like, when he got, like, the text message, the call, whatever, to be like, hey, because he wasn't, like, I don't think he was in Seattle, because I am a very proud, like, BNC listener.
They're our inspiration.
Oh, I love it.
It's like, for me, it's BNC, and then the Bald and the Beautiful, Katya and Trixie.
Yeah, like,
those two,
BNC
like that,
is my soundtrack to my life. And so I know Connor, not to sound like a stalker, but he was in San Antonio for the Final Four. And I think he just, like, popped on out to Seattle to be Sally. And so I think he got the call and he was like, I know what to do. So, I know what I need to do. And he owned that stage.
I think there's a few things. How he first came out, his little dance.
The fact that he tried to take his jacket off,
but then was
then have to put it back on because he knew he had his magic trick.
His magic trick. That, and then when after he took the jacket off and he jumped, how he jumped.
Also the sweat stains on his back.
I love
nothing more relatable.
And then when those two shook their asses together.
Well, no, I think it was just Connor shaking his ass.
First Tucker kind of, he did it to, like, initiate, be like, yes.
Well, and he fully shook ass, and I really appreciate the fact that he did that.
It was a beautiful moment. And I will have to say, Tucker's outfit.
Oh, the mesh shirt. Love it.
I love how he wears clothes that are tight, but also, like, loose at the same time.
Oh, he has a great style. So does Connor. Connor also has a really good style.
Cool.
Like when he came to Salt Lake, I was like, wow, your pants fit you really well. Like, I really appreciate the fact that you have well form-fitting pants that aren't skinny jeans. Like, if a guy can wear the correct type of pants, like, you become 10 times hotter. Sorry. But I will say this TikTok that I reposted, there's some comments I would like to read off that I just really love. Unfortunate day for my jealousy. Could not agree more. Like, I really wish I was there. Like, Dream Sally, also, dare I say, the best Sally of them all.
For sure.
I
will say Renee Rapp is kind of
my God, Renee Rapp did amazing. So did Grace O'Malley when she fell on her face. Yes. That was amazing. And then the little boy that he brought out. That, like, there was a lot of...
Renee Rapp, her little boxer, I was like... she did Diva, I was like... She's so hot.
Oh, again, two bad bitches at the same damn time. Yes. Tucker and Renee. But then the other one, that young man knows his way around the stage. I could not agree more.
Presence.
I could not agree more. A white boy that knows how to catch a vibe. He really does. He really does. And then you already know he was practicing his dance moves in the mirror preparing for this moment.
Oh, for sure.
Again, could not agree more.
It's funny. There was a video of this guy dancing today that I saw. I reposted it. And so one of the comments, it was a white dude. He's like, okay, white chocolate.
Okay, white chocolate is crazy.
Okay, so now we have to talk about another Connor that is a king, and that is Connor from Love on the Spectrum.
Oh my gosh, I don't watch Love on the Spectrum, but
I do.
But I have been seeing clips via TikTok of this young man, Connor, from Love on the Spectrum. A king.
He really is.
Iconic.
He's so handsome. First off,
he has
such good style too. Like, watching him, not just on the show, but like in real life, like some of the stuff that he wears. Like, I think you can tell his family is like very involved in his life, and his brothers all have, and his sister have good style. There's a really funny video of him from season 2 where she's like, "Okay, let's get ready. It's time to get ready," and he's like, I am ready. And he and I was just like, I love them. His family is so cute.
Is he dating someone?
Yes, he's dating the girl that he met in season 3, Georgie.
Okay, good.
The one he had his first kiss with.
I don't...
It was... No, Lily, their first kiss was out in the rain underneath an umbrella.
Stop it. You're kidding.
I was like... I will say, I always thought that my first kiss was very romantic and cute. It was
at the top of the Space Needle.
Seattle.
When you were, what, 20?
Shh. We don't need to talk about that. But, like, theirs is easily... And she's just so sweet to him. And he thinks... He's like, she is a demigoddess from Mount Olympus. Like, he is just...
That's so sweet.
And they're still together. They posted and they're like, spoiler alert, we're still together. So I'm so excited for season 4 because you know... And if they break up.
Does it follow them through the end, like relationships?
Well,
because the other one that I have seen is Abby.
Abby and David are...
Well, I just know Abby.
So her boyfriend, they've been together for like 4 years
now.
Oh,
wow. But she's on the show still, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I do really like her.
I think because I've worked with in film and stuff, and so I know kind of how, especially like documentaries, I think what they do is because it's one crew, and they're all in different areas or like similar areas, I think they go to one area and film in that area for a little bit. So like, for example, James, who has the blonde hair, who is, honestly, I relate to him on such a spiritual level because he is always stressed out, and I'm like, me too. And he was like going on dates with all these other girls, and then the last episode he has his birthday and has friends over, and he has his girl over, and then they kiss, and I was like, wait, I didn't see their first kiss, but it's something they were talking like online. But I was like, okay, so they probably were talking when they weren't filming, and then they came back to film with him, probably because they're going to other areas because everyone's spread out. Anyways, but and then my other favorite, where there was 2 new girls this season. Perry, and I forgot the other girl's name. I think like Maddie.
Did they find love?
They both found love. Perry found a love with this girl named Lisa. I forget. I'm really bad with names. And she loves trains. And I was like, and not in like the, I don't know. It's just so funny because she's like, she lives in Boston and she takes the trains. She has like a train fan club with her friends, and they go and just like support the trains.
Oh, I love that.
And she's like, I can't be with somebody that won't go on the trains. Make me drive a car. And I was like, you know what? I love that.
Well, also like eco-friendly queen.
Yes, she's very eco-friendly queen. She's just funny too. She's very like, they're all like very just like smart, intelligent, fun people that I was just like, I want to be friends with all of them. And I think what I really like about the show is I feel like it's really breaking down boundaries and barriers and stereotypes of people who have, and I feel like there's always that joke about people with autism. They're like, oh, they love trains. And so I do think it was kind of funny that they found
someone that loved trains.
But and it was in a very not like I'm obsessed with trains. It was just a very like deep appreciation.
It's almost like a hyperfixation.
Yes, and we all have hyperfixations, and all of them have different Connor is really into like medieval stuff, like England and like olden times, and like Abby's really into Disney, and like all of them have different things that they're really into. And everyone, and there's one girl, she has like a bunch of American Girl dolls, and I was like, I honestly, because here's the thing, I love dolls. I love Polly Pockets, I love Barbies. I don't have them. Sometimes I'm like, I should get a few just to play with, because you know how grandma has that bucket of Polly Pockets? Every time I'm over, I'm like, I gotta play with the Polly Pockets. Yeah.
Well, that's also just like a nostalgia factor.
And I was like, I would go over to, I think it's Maddie. I'd be like, I'd go over to your house and I would play with your American Girl dolls. Yeah. But she has a very specific setup, so I wouldn't want to mess that up for her. Right. But she's so relatable too, because she's like, loves Chick-fil-A. And like her friend was over and she was telling her about the date, and she gives her a hug. She goes, I love you. And then she goes, all right, let's go. I'm hungry. Let's go to Chick-fil-A. And I was like, same. Yeah. And then she asked her boyfriend, she's like, will you watch Dance Moms with me? And I was like, I was like, I would want to hang out with her because she likes The Bachelor, Dance Moms, American Girl dolls,
like,
Chick-fil-A.
Who doesn't love like a good reality TV?
And her style. And she also makes jewelry. She's so cute. I love her. I love her. Anyways, so I do love on the Spectrum. It's such a good, like, wholesome show. I think it's a great palate
wholesome
palate cleanser, educational.
Well, it's like a wholesome reality TV show. Like, I feel like a lot of reality TV shows are just like trashy,
predictable.
There's just like so much that you're like, I actually don't really like watching this.
I used to love reality TV. I used to watch The Bachelor, Love is Blind, all that. I haven't been able to watch it recently because I feel like, I've watched it too much and listened. I would always kind of watch it for the social aspect, but also to like listen to a podcast about it later. My ice machine's going off.
That's okay.
I would listen to like a podcast the next day of like people who used to be on The Bachelor or whatever, who really knew the ins and outs.
Which I kind of hate that.
And they kind of ruin it for you. And
it's like the same with like TV shows when people do podcasts on their TV shows. Like, I'm just like, I don't know.
Let it be more original. Anyways, because I would always like to get people's perspectives and I love to talk about it. And then I just would start watching them like, nothing can surprise me anymore. There's
yeah,
nothing.
you know what's going on behind the scenes.
Yes, when you just have when you've worked in movies and TV, when you know more about reality TV, you just know that everything is so produced. That's why I have a lot of thoughts about like Secret Life of Mormon Wives.
Yeah, I'm
about like certain people where I'm like, everything's produced, so I can't like believe everything that's being put out there. Anyways, but Love on the Spectrum is like such a palate cleanser. It's so refreshing. Yeah. Anyways, so we've probably talked about that for way too long.
Yeah, but that's okay. Something that is super exciting for me, I got a Skims bra. I got a Skims bra. It came in yesterday. I was a little skeptical because...
Are you wearing it now?
I am wearing it now, and it is so comfortable. Because one thing about me, I hate a bra.
I hate a bra,
and I'm always wearing a sports bra.
And
I was like, it's about time for me to get a new real bra because my real bras just go through it and they're not the best. And so I was like, I'm going to get a Skims bra only because, again, BNC. I was influenced by their Skims ad.
Did you get a discount?
No, you don't. They don't have a discount code. It's just like you are like, oh, where did you hear from us? And then you can like put in their podcast, which I even see that option when I checked out.
Skims, do some affiliate linking. As someone who works in affiliate marketing... Do some affiliate linking. We would like it.
Yeah.
Skims sponsor us.
Okay.
This isn't sponsored, FYI.
Yeah, so Brooke kept on saying, she goes like, I literally feels like I'm not wearing a bra. And I could trust anyone. It's Brooke. I truly did. And yes, it was an ad, but I'm like, no, she wouldn't lie to me.
She wouldn't.
She would not lie to me. So I was like, I'm going to order a Skims bra. I was kind of off and on about which one I should get. But I got the Fits Everyone t-shirt bra. And the nude color, one of the nude colors, and it came in the mail and I put it on. Amazing. I'm wearing it right now, and usually when I get home from work, like, on my way home from my 30-minute commute, I usually take my bra off. If I'm wearing a real bra, this one I could keep on wearing.
Is it so? I'll make you take off your shirt later and look at it after when we're not filming, but. Because I'm wearing a real bra right now from Target, and it is the most uncomfortable thing. Yeah.
Well, I would like to say, it really stands the test of time because it is more comfortable than my sports bra.
Okay. And I think sports bras
and it's underwire, doesn't dig in. Like, it is truly, like, my mind has been changed. This is my first skin product I've ever gotten. I know people rave about, like, their lounge sets, their t-shirts, their underwear. But I was like, I'm good. I'm going to start strong and go with a bra. And highly suggest. Also, it's only $54.
That's actually really good for a bra.
The same price like as you would get at Aerie. It's probably less expensive than a bra like Victoria's Secret. And I've tried bras from Target, Victoria's Secret, Aerie, all of them.
I might have to go to Nordstrom's this week.
So Nordstrom's, I tried to find one at Nordstrom's. They didn't have it, at least at the one in Fashion Place. And I was really upset about this because I called them before.
And they were like, we have it.
They were like, we have it. And so I went to Urban, did my returns. I walked all the way across the mall. During my walk in the mall, during my walk through the mall, I saw a man with a parrot on his shoulder, and that was just like really upsetting. It was also like after work day, so I was like already ticked off. I was like, I just want to be home.
Did you get a pretzel?
No.
You should have got a pretzel. That would have made it better.
I know. And so I go into Nordstrom's. They didn't have it, and I had to walk all the way back, which it's fine, but like I was just really annoyed.
Maybe I'll
so
go
then
to City Creek and
yeah, I would. Yeah, I don't know, but I ordered
Creek
it.
Meetup, everybody, so I can get a Skims bra.
Okay. Anyways, highly suggest. I've worn it all day. It was great.
I feel like I need to try it on because I've got weird shoulder situation and everything.
Yeah.
So
well, the thing that I read up about it, in case anybody was wondering, because we've now been talking about Skims bras for 5 minutes, like the cups are like, what's the right word? Not adjustable, but like if you kind of like are in between cup sizes, that's something I don't know what the right word is, to be honest.
And let's be honest, we've got weird boobs.
Oh my gosh, I have such weird boobs. I have such weird boobs, to be so honest with everybody.
You really do. I feel bad because
you always say something anytime I have my shirt off around Kendra. She's like, you have the weirdest fucking boobs. Thank you, Kendra. It's not like I haven't been insecure about my weirdly shaped boobs for my entire life.
You used to say that I looked like the rat from Flushed Away, so I think
what does that have to do with boobs, though? That's like two different things.
That's still an appearance thing. Things that we can't help. Okay. I can't help that I don't, not as much anymore because I had an overbite. Anyways, I'm just saying that's what sisters are for. We make fun of each other of our
I don't know.
insecurities.
I feel like boobs are like a whole nother ball game.
No, because you're talking about my face. You can cover your boobs. I can't really cover my face. You know what I mean? Like, you can put a shirt on.
Okay, but like truly at the time you did look like the rat from Blushed Away. And when I'm telling you guys, not the female one, the male one.
A lot of people think he's hot. So, you know, some people put him on like the Hear Me Out cakes. So,
and that's okay.
Anyways, but
okay, well, I also have one other thing to talk about, and I didn't put on the list because I wanted to surprise you.
Oh no.
So something that I've been getting into recently is beefing with people on TikTok comment sections.
What have you been doing?
Okay, lay back. And normally I don't do this. Like, I'm not a TikTok commenter. I'm a silent watcher, truly.
Same.
And so, okay, let me get my phone. So earlier, like yesterday, actually, to be honest with you, yesterday.
You were on a spree?
No, it's only one video, but like it's really good. You're gonna really enjoy this. This TikTok came across my FYP. 0 likes, 0 comments. The caption is, it's just some girl lip syncing to a song. The caption is, if Jeremiah and Belly don't end up together in season 3, I will throw hands. I would just like to say before I get into any more of this, Kendra and I are Team Conrad when it comes to the Summer I Turned Pretty.
We read the books.
And we hate Jeremiah.
We hate him even. The books, we're like, yeah, he's just not great.
But the show, oh my gosh. Okay, so anyways, I comment because 0, like I said, 0 likes, 0 comments. By the way, I did not like it, but I did comment because I was like, you know, I'm feeling like stirring the pot. And I wasn't even that disrespectful. I just go, girl, be so for real, he cheated on her. And then she responds to me in all caps, they were on a break. Oh, which I will get into that in a sec. Someone else respond. Oh, well, so then I respond to her, whatever helps you sleep at night. And ended it there. And then someone else, another girl responded. She goes, that's not a breakup. It's not even whether they were on a break or not. He moved on so fast.
Yes.
And then like a week later, gaslight her
yes.
into marrying him.
Yes.
If that's not a red flag, I don't know what is. In response to that young woman, I did go, thank you in all caps. Then another person goes, a break question mark? Is this your only defense? He bought her a bracelet knowing they would get back together and slept with someone as soon as they broke up. Did Jer really love her? Thank you to these 2 young women in the TikTok comment section. I really appreciate your defense because I could not agree more with your points. But what I got in response to the girl saying they were on a break, what got me thinking was, okay, put yourself in that situation. Let's say you had a hypothetical boyfriend and you guys were on a break and he cheated on you. Would you get back together with him?
I'd be like,
no. And I've had
you don't want to be in this relationship.
Yeah. Well, and also I think the other thing that like really gets me is the fact that him and Belly hadn't hooked up yet. Yes. And that he hooked up with another girl. That's a big thing.
Yes.
And I have so many friends that has like, not so many, but I have like a few friends that has happened to them where they were on a break and then they hooked up with another girl and they found out and they were like, no, we're over. Like after they got back together. And so the other thing that got me thinking was...
we should just do a whole episode.
Truly. But like, just let me say this one thing. If you are Team Jeremiah, you are as stupid as Belly. Because Belly is the worst, like one of the worst characters in TV history. Like she is just the worst. Because only she would find out her boyfriend cheated on her when they were on a break or whatever. And then accept his proposal.
It's true.
Due to him gaslighting her. And so people who are Team Jeremiah are just as stupid as Belly. And all I have to say is that if season 3 of this TV show does not go according to the books, I'm gonna have some issues with Jenny Han and I'm gonna have some issues with Prime Video. Yes, I use my parents' Prime Video account, and yes, I will cancel it regardless. I don't care.
Honestly, we should cancel because it's so bad for the environment.
Prime Video?
Prime.
Why?
Your Prime account, you get a Prime Video.
Right.
But like Amazon
okay.
Prime.
Oh, right. Okay. No, that makes sense. Yeah, I get what you're saying there. I thought you were directly talking about Prime Video.
This really shows the difference of us as siblings. Like me being like, we should cancel because
okay,
that's for the environment. And she's like,
let's not act like you are all an environmentalist and just so like
I'm not
perfect. Okay,
I'm not. I know. I'm an overconsumer and I'm trying really hard. You'd be so proud of me. I was like, yesterday was gonna go buy a face mask at Target. And I was like, no, I'm gonna wait. I'll probably get one during the Sephora sale, but.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's all I have. Do you have anything else?
Yeah, I do. So I was making the YouTube channel for this podcast, and I just used one of my old YouTube channels, and I happened to come upon, luckily they were not public, they were private, old videos of me doing stand-up.
Nothing,
when I was in college.
Truly nothing is worse than coming across like an old video of you.
Yeah, the most humbling things, Facebook posts from when I was in middle school, clips of me doing stand-up, even though it was like a few months ago, but like this is 6 years ago when I first started.
Yikes.
And I was at BYU Idaho. It was 2019, and you could tell because I was wearing black skinny jeans and combat boots, and the skinny jeans were rolled up.
No,
like
cuffed skinny jeans is crazy, especially black.
And I'll be honest, I was kind of like, you know what, you go girl, you've come a long way. But also I was like, I cannot believe, like, I just thought I was so funny then.
Yeah.
And I was just up there just yapping away. I will say, I had so much more, like, energy, and I was a lot more, like, enthusiastic. I feel like now when I get up on and do stand-up, I'm a little bit more sarcastic. I'm a little bit more, like, jaded.
Yeah.
Then I was so bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. I had so much hope left in my eyes. I was like, because I legitimately was like, any day now I can meet the love of my life because I'm at BYU Idaho.
You thought you were like gonna get married.
Yeah. So I just thought
it was just something fun for you. Now it's like something that you actually like want to do.
Yes.
And like it's like it's like a career choice, like if you could ever get to that point.
Crossing fingers. But like the other thing too is I actually looked really good because I remember thinking in college I was really fat, and I was like a size 10, 12, and that's a pretty like normal, I feel like average size like clothes to be. And I was like, I looked good. Like my face was really thin, and I was like, I did have adult braces, so that was like going against me. And I'm not even like, I'm like probably 20, maybe 30, 20 pounds heavier than I was then. And I'm like,
but it makes such a difference.
It makes such a difference. And I was like, I should not have thought I was so fat back then.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
That happens like everybody.
It does. And granted, I was a lot younger. Like, I feel like hormones changed. I got more like curves and stuff. So I can't hold myself to a different standard because I was still kind of in my child body. And now I'm like a full adult woman. Yeah. But I was just like, even in high school too, I'd be like, I remember in high school being like 150 pounds thinking I was so fat. But I'm also 5'8". Like, we're tall. We're never going to be petite women.
No, for
I've
sure.
always had a fat ass, and I always will. Like, I remember, like, family members making fun of my butt when I was, like, 8. Like, oh, you have such a big bubble butt. And I'd be like, thank you.
But I feel like everybody in our family has big butts.
Except for Dad.
Except for our father.
We all have big butts, and we cannot lie.
Yeah.
But, so yeah, that was just something that I did.
I got big butts and I can't... Wait, is that how that song goes?
I like big butts and I cannot lie. You other brothers can't.
Okay.
Okay, I will say, when we first started this and we were coming up with names, which I came up with this name, Sister Session.
No, you did not.
Yes, I did.
Okay. No, you didn't.
I came up with this name.
Kendra, we're not having this argument right now.
Okay, anyways. So I was like making a joke. So I was like, we want to go off something about sisters. And I was like, sister. And she's like, what? And the fact that you don't get that reference is really sad. The show Sister. It was a really popular show in the 90s.
I was born in 2005.
Yeah, but it was always on TV.
No, not for me.
I used to get up really early from before school in elementary school and watch like old shows.
Yeah, and again, you were in elementary school. I was like a fucking baby.
I think it's just funny. It just like shows the differences.
Yeah. We are 7 years apart.
'Cause we are sisters. We stand together. What's that?
I don't know.
Cheetah Girls.
I don't know, Kendra. We are 7 years apart.
You never watched Cheetah Girls?
That's almost a decade.
Okay.
Okay, well, we have one last special thing. The day that we're filming this, it's actually still the same week. Kardashian Crumbl cookies are this week, and we're not like a huge like Crumbl cookie connoisseur,
and we're not Kardashian connoisseurs either.
But we were like, oh, these flavors look really good.
They do.
Mostly because of the yellow cake with chocolate frosting.
Which is Chris's.
And you know my girl Chris. The one that I really only like kind of like is Chris.
I like Chloe.
Yeah.
And I like Kendall. That's like my toxic trait. I like Kendall.
I was like, of course Chris came out with the yellow cake and the chocolate frosting, and our local Crumbl cookie in Salt Lake did not have it, and I'm very upset. We also they didn't have the cookie dough one, Kendall's, and then we didn't feel like getting Kylie's. So
Which one was Kylie's?
It was the sugar cookie, and it was a chilled. We have the flourless cake, Courtney's. We have, which I'm not too thrilled about.
So Courtney.
We have Chloe's. What is Chloe's?
Chloe's is the
brownie skillet.
Yeah, the skillet.
And then Kim's is the snickerdoodle. And then we just got the regular semi-sweet chocolate chip because we do love that one. Mm-hmm. Anyways, I'm going to grab it if you would like to hold my mic.
Okay.
Be careful. Don't move the dials.
Okay. Tilly, do you want to speak? Tilly, you cannot have this because it's chocolate and you will die. No. She's so nosy. Okay. I just want to say right now, I don't normally eat in bed because that is the grossest thing you can ever do is eat in bed.
Are you being serious?
No.
That's my favorite thing to do is
I love to eat in bed. People think it's disgusting. I love to bring my TV into my room and eat in bed.
Okay, should we try the Flowers chocolate cake first?
Yes.
Okay, we're just going in order.
We will not be doing ASMR, don't worry.
Okay. It tastes like a Flowers chocolate cake. It's nothing special.
It tastes like something that you get in the frozen section at Target.
Yeah, it's not anything amazing. Okay, this is the snickerdoodle one. This is Kim's.
Oh, I don't like the aftertaste of that.
Yeah, it's very bitter.
No.
I'm not a fan. Truly, I'm not really a fan. I don't really like the icing.
I don't like snickerdoodle in general. It's just kind of, there's not a lot of flavor to it. Like,
no, you're so right. There is not a lot of flavor.
Okay, I have really high hopes. Chloe.
I'm really excited for this one. There's a thick thing of frosting. I really don't like frosting that much. Oh, wait. This one's really good because I thought it was going to be like a thick frosting. It's like a whipped cream.
And it's vanilla bean.
Oh, this is so good.
This is so good. And you know what? I'm just going to give the yellow cake a 10 out of 10 because I know it'd be good.
I know it would be good. That one is so good. We don't need to try that one on camera. Okay, well, sorry for us eating, but we just thought this would be a fun little segment. We're not doing something like this every week. Yeah. But I do think it would be a good idea anytime there's like new things. Like if there's like a new swig menu.
A new Chili's thing. There's never a new Chili's thing, but
like any of that time that there's like new exciting things or like a really good Crumbl cookie lineup.
Yeah, we'll do it. It'll be fun.
Every once in a while, we'll do a little treat on the pod.
Well, this has been fun.
This has been so much fun. Our first technically we filmed one like tester episode, and then we did have a couple technical difficulties. I will like to say this is our first official episode being posted.
So thank you so much for listening.
Thank you so much for listening. Sorry for some of the technical difficulties, like the camera going out, or not the camera, the light going out. We're gonna keep on getting better, and we're
not tech savvy gals.
Yeah, we're not really, and we're learning, and we're super excited.
This is gonna be really fun.
And
it's just fun to hang out.
It's fun to hang out. We talk so much. We were like, why not record it?
Because we think we're
and
like
put it
fun
on the
gals.
internet. Like,
we're a delight.
Yeah. So thank you everybody for tuning in for our first episode. Sorry for any technical difficulties. Hopefully this all goes well, and it is up Thursday evening. Fingers crossed. And anything else?
I think that's it. Thank you so mull I'll have to say, I'm very comfortable. We probably look like the grandparents from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. How if you're watching this, we look like the grandparents.
We do. But we're comfy. And there's nothing wrong with that. Tilly is eating the crumbs of that Lotus chocolate cake, and that's okay. But anyways, thank you everybody for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.